Number 5. Journey. You don't need to play the game to listen to the soundtrack, and Journey's soundtrack, if nothing else, is as enticing an invitation to play the game as any of its gameplay footage could ever hope to be. Beautiful string washes and soft percussion layers abound. While woodwinds and harps weave their own delicate spell. Female choral vocals add an essential element of emotional power. While a strong dose of tension from the orchestra provides a dramatic release. After hearing this, I have no choice but to play the game. That's about as good a recommendation as you can get for its soundtrack. Number 4. Far Cry 3. Brian Tyler redeems himself for his less than stellar work on Modern Warfare 3 with a trip into sonic insanity. Utilizing dubstep rhythms, haunting vocals, slow-burning pianos and distorted guitars, and synthetic washes. He has crafted a stunning piece of work that eclipses the game. There is literally not a weak track here, and its sense of tone and sonic complexity is awesome to behold. If Far Cry 3 is to be remembered fondly, then let this soundtrack be placed on an equal footing in the Hall of the Greats. Number 3. FTL, Faster Than Light. Ben Prunty can stop right here. He has nothing more to prove. Split into two halves, an ambient exploration half and a battle half, the soundtrack combines to create an unforgettable experience. An example of how perfect it represents the game comes during its many battle screens. No other soundtrack in recent memory has conveyed the tension of a million things going wrong, quite like its drum and arpeggiated synth-filled epics. Or its minor key ambient dives. For serene calm, look no further than the exploration themes, filled with joyous synth soundscapes. And subtle explorations of grace and rhythm. This is probably the best advertisement for space travel that mankind could ever hope to make. Number 2. Hotline Miami. This is less a soundtrack than a full-bore 80s experience. A huge amount of different artists contributed their own distinct styles to a soundtrack that manages the unique feat of switching tones, styles, and even instrumentation to craft a remarkably unified theme. The sonic variety on display here is awesome to behold. Electro distortion creates a palpable sense of tension and release. Glossy synths collide with gnarly bass lines to lure the player deeper into the sonic abyss. If grindhouse electronica is not your thing, then there's always the laid-back psychedelia. Dives to get the eardrums grooving. Hotline Miami is one of the most psychotically unhinged experiences in gaming, and this soundtrack helps provide the brutal rhythm of slaughter with some very human emotions. Number 1. Dear Esther. Jessica Curry has accomplished something utterly fantastic here. The score for Dear Esther is mysterious, sonically moving, and gorgeous. The swells of strings, electronic glitches, and ethereal pianos on display here make this an experience to remember all on their own. While it can be said that a great soundtrack does not a great game make, the fact remains that this is one of the greatest soundtracks ever written for a game. Mysterious Loss. Statements of Intent. Choral Laments. And intimate string swirls. Create a soundtrack like no other.